Boom, 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 boom. All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of the WRK podcast, where we ask the questions about the end of the day, who really knows. As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends, Dylan and Michael.
Ta-ta. Howdy.
And yeah, we got the studio dog in full effect today, so be careful for be in mind of some dings and bangs, but
Yeah, we'll try to be careful.
That's just a golden retriever's tail just smacking the shit out of
If it sounds like fireworks are going off in the background, it's just lamps breaking and shit.
Yeah. So yeah, anyway, before we jump into this juicy episode, we're gonna have to ask you once again to follow us on Twitter at WRKPod, on Instagram at WRKPodcast, and hit up our Patreon page, patreon.com/WRKPod. And if you're listening on YouTube or watching live shows every Monday, we're trying to get back into the consistent groove. So you want to check that out. We're getting real close to a custom URL on YouTube. It's stupid that you can't have one from the get-go. Understand that. But yeah, drop a subscribe on the YouTube channel. I don't know. What else we got? We got the website, WRKpodcast.com.
It'll take you everywhere.
You can see a picture of all of us with our shirts off.
Go check out McCheese.
Yeah. Make sure you give some love to our boy McCheese. And
Fuck yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it after this little groovy intro. So Ghislaine Maxwell. I just found out how to pronounce her name today.
Huh.
I've been calling her Jocelyn forever.
Ghislaine?
If you hear us call her that later in the show, it's not because we're ignorant. It's because she has a dumbass name, and we're too lazy to remember it because we've been calling her Jocelyn forever.
Why would your parents name you that?
I don't know, man.
Ghislaine.
She's from like Czechoslovakia or some shit.
Ghislaine Maxwell. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, so
high school nickname.
Ghislaine Maxwell has been arrested by the FBI. It finally happened. I didn't think it ever was going to.
Yeah, that a lot of people forgot.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that's why I feel like the few people that just kept screaming, "What about that bitch?"
I think it's
Carol Baskins?
I feel like she's like the biggest. Like we've needed a win from this. We needed someone else to get taken down as well. So it feels like another. It refreshes that shit's actually getting done. I don't know how long she's gonna be alive, but
yeah, who knows? Her family is way more connected than Epstein ever was. Mm-hmm. So I'm kind of assuming that they're gonna have that's why people have been asking me about it. Like I fucking know. They're like, "Oh, what do you think's gonna happen to her?" I'm like, "Well, she's either gonna die or testify. Those are two fucking options that she has right now."
Oh.
But I think that her family's connected enough. They're gonna put her in some safe house somewhere.
Yeah, because
she's not gonna be in a jail
part
cell.
Of she's related to is royalty, some shit or
somewhat
some shit like that.
Like
I don't know.
Very, very distantly to the point where they were able to make friends. I guess. I don't know.
Well, they're gonna probably let her out. She's got the COVID right now.
Oh yeah,
I just saw that one.
She's got the coronavirus.
Tested positive.
Coronavirus.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't know how she's been fucking in isolation for several months, hiding from the law.
She's gonna die mysteriously of
That's
corona.
what, dude. I'm not saying for what she did. I don't care if she dies. I honestly, with all the memes going around and shit about her dying, like it would fit so perfectly.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it.
I don't care that you hung yourself in a
Last
jail
summer.
cell under suicide watch.
Damn.
Dude, it's just fucking nuts.
I'd hope she wouldn't die though, because if she doesn't die, then there's no reason for her not to rat people out. You know?
Oh
yeah, that's what I want. I want
Oh,
want that bitch to rat,
Yeah. Sing like a bird.
dude. But yeah, I don't know.
Like death is whatever, but I don't even. We've talked about girls who were in cults too that were just groom themselves, to do the dirty work.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what she was brought up in. Her family's all about fucking all that shit.
Yeah. And we'll definitely jump into that here in a little bit. So it was rumored that she was hiding in Israel, where her family has like deep ties, like powerful people in Israel. People thought that they saw her private boat docked in Australia and tried to make a citizen's arrest on her, but the boat had left.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then she gets arrested in New Hampshire in a private acreage owned by her family, known as Tucked Away, because it has a little one of those face stones that people put outside of their ranches and shit, and it just says Tucked Away on it.
Awesome.
And so yeah, that's where she was hiding the whole time, just hiding at that fucking acreage apparently.
Out of all the places in the world, like you could have gone anywhere to hide.
Yeah, and you hide
could've-
somewhere where your fucking name's on the property.
Right. You couldn't go somewhere international where they couldn't,
Like
fucking
it was
expedite you to the United States.
what was it? She bought one of her houses or something. It recently just was it the one that was in France or something where she just paid like straight up cash for it or some
Damn.
shit? Like it's like, bro, if you have that kind of money, go to like Florida, go stay in a Motel 6, like
Under someone else's name.
Right.
yeah.
She wants to live in a life of luxury though, brother.
Yeah.
Right.
She's not
Yeah.
used to living in a Motel 6. She ain't gonna scrub it up.
You gotta
Like
go
dye your
American,
hair
dude.
blonde. How hard is that? Go bald or dye your hair blonde or something, or like get a face tattoo. Like
Get a Mike Tyson face tat, just the brr.
yeah. And then like I mean seriously, plastic surgery, the whole 9 yards. Like the people get, in
Right.
movies and stuff, how easy it is to just become a different person.
Yeah,
you want to stay the person that
Sure.
they're looking for. You've testified.
They
and
got a
shit,
lot
like,
of facial recognition nowadays, though.
Yeah, Tom Cruise can recreate someone's face with a polymer mask in seconds just by taking a picture of it. Mission Impossible 3.
yeah,
Man.
yeah. That's all
Yeah.
it takes. That's all it takes. And she decides to go. Like, I mean, that's just weird, man.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Was she maybe like saying like, "Hey, I'll tell
Well,
you guys where I'm at. I'd like to make sure I'm safe. Like, I'm in the States. Like, why would she come back to
Well,
the
apparently
States?"
she thought that she was untouchable because she was given exemption from the crimes that Epstein was charged with in 2005.
Yeah.
And she was just like, oh, well, they got Jeff. I'm just going to go fucking go to my ranch and hang out in the mountains in New Hampshire and not give a fuck about anything. Like, she had
Right.
so much fucking money that she didn't have to worry about a goddamn thing.
Right.
Right. She probably thought when the cops showed up to arrest her that all of her money would save her. Like,
Well, apparently, they,
starts throwing like fucking just all these ones. Like, get away from me! Tries to
didn't-
throw up a bunch of money and disappear into the woods or something.
I didn't watch it, but she did like her court hearing was public, and she was just like, "Why is this happening to me? How can this be happening to me? I was exempt. I was immune." Like, just fucking
Damn.
crazy bitch.
Probably because fucking the higher ups told her that she was fucking immune from everything.
Yeah.
Oh, not too immune.
I mean, is that how does that work exactly? That she was. I mean,
It was part of the deal that what was it, Alan Dershowitz gave Epstein in 2005 in Miami.
Oh, but
where
they
they would basically made it it was an immunity agreement where he served 1 year instead of 35 years, which is what he was facing.
Jesus. That's where they.
Alan Dershowitz, dude, he's homeboys with the president. What's up?
Wait, so was it Alan? Was it Alan Dershowitz was there when he was talking to Joe? How do you say it? Jose.
Oh, Elon.
Yolan.
Yeah. If you looked at that name and heard that it was pronounced Elon, like, are you fucking kidding me? Ghislaine. Elon.
There's no S in there?
No, it's like the fourth letter.
Oh.
G-H-I-S.
G-H-I-S.
Weird as
Yeah.
fuck. So was Alan, it was Dershowitz the one that
Ghislaine.
gave, I can't remember, was he the one that gave her that deal then?
Well, he gave Epstein the deal. Yeah.
But what got her immunity, or did no one actually give her immunity? She just thought she
Well,
was?
she got immunity through the deal that Epstein got. So his co-conspirators were not able to be charged.
Right.
Yeah.
But then they threw that out because of
No, they didn't throw it out.
because of Dershowitz and stuff like
No,
that.
they didn't throw it out. So Epstein got charged with crimes. That was only covering the crimes that he committed in Florida.
Right.
Then he was recharged.
Late
last year.
Okay.
Yeah. So like the FBI even said, like, in the DOJ press conference that they held talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, they were talking about how they had been keeping tabs on her the whole time since the arrest of Epstein, and they knew where she was the entire time. They're just waiting for their moment to get her. It's like, what do you mean waiting for your moment? She's
That's weird.
a middle-aged woman in a fucking acreage home by herself. You're the FBI. What do you mean you're waiting for your moment?
All right.
Basically, what I take that as they were waiting for approval from someone to be like, yeah, I guess you can go get Maxwell. She's fucking done.
Yep.
Because they're
Everybody
not
knows.
giving people kids anymore. So what the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck's their point? Like,
Right.
what's the point of having them running around?
I mean, they got to be getting kids from somewhere else, though.
Yeah, I bet.
mean, the thirst is real, right?
Yeah.
Do you think they're fucking? I mean, they're like you said. You know, you don't know if Epstein's dead or not. You know, you don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, we still don't know if he's dead.
Yeah.
Those autopsy photos look fake as fuck.
Fake as
And
hell.
like he could be out there, just like it even talks about Ghislaine.
It's so hard to learn a new name
Ghislaine.
when you've been calling her Jocelyn for a fucking year.
Yelaine. Is it Yelaine? Anyways,
Elaine.
but she's been. It says like she is doing other, you know, like she's capable of running, you know, things like she's very like she would be an asset if it were me thinking of someone like that. Like that's not someone you'd want to lose. Same with fucking Epstein. Like, I mean, sure you could kill someone, or you could just pretend to kill someone and still like
Well, and the thing about her is she's a licensed pilot, and she has access to 2 helicopters and a private airplane known as the Lolita Express. Like, so she has unlimited access to fucking any escape route that she wants, and she has a fucking yacht. I didn't know she had a yacht until I heard about it when the Australians found supposedly her yacht. I was like, well, she has a fucking yacht too? Like, what the fuck? I shouldn't be surprised that she has a yacht, but
she has a lot of modes of transportation to get the fuck out of there, you know?
yeah, she's probably got a McLaren in the garage. Like, just
Fucking blimp.
ramp that off the fucking dock, Need for Speed style.
Yep, right onto
the yacht and just take off.
Yeah, that bitch, I don't know. That bitch isn't that. Like, I feel like if she ends up being found dead, it's just like I imagine that's like almost like they're both. I feel like it's just more of a chance that they're both alive. Like if she disappears somehow or something, like it's just like I like would obviously you know people are guessing that you're gonna kill her. Like I don't know.
Yeah,
man,
but I mean, we
weird.
all assumed that Epstein was gonna die too, and then apparently we were one like there's a few group of people that were like, oh, Epstein's gonna fucking die in jail. And then people were like, how did you know he was gonna fucking die, man? Who are you talking to? It's like, are you kidding me? It's not obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But it red pilled someone. It's the most obvious fucking hit. Like that, just the Epstein kill,
Dude,
just
that
red pilled so many
That
fucking
meme
people.
was all over the world.
Yeah, I
dude.
saw people putting Epstein didn't kill himself out of the fucking Christmas stockings. They would rearrange them to have it say Epstein didn't kill himself in Target.
Damn.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think that's such a big. That's like almost with how many memes we see. It almost makes me just want to disbelieve it more too that he's even dead. Like it's like I don't know what's gonna happen with Ghislaine, but I don't think anything bad's gonna happen to her.
I think
Tell you what, she's not going to take
rap.
many hot loads in fucking jail, so we got to find a different meme name for her other than Ghislaine.
Damn.
That's kind of depressing.
Juiceline? I don't know.
She's gonna be drinking the Kool-Aid a lot. You get some Kool-Aid in jail.
So she was Ylan, Ghislaine, whatever. She was charged with multiple counts of child sex abuse and perjury because she lied on the stands in the Florida case back in 2005 under oath, which was not apparently in her immunity deal about her taking the stand, but she lied on the stand. Dude, the legal system's so fucking weird. But the FBI is hoping that she cooperates and exposing people that are involved in the whole deal.
So she's gonna expose the Clintons.
No, they're gonna end up going after like Papa John's or something.
Dude, fucking
like he's gonna be
Papa, you're fucking.
They're gonna be like, we got
Charles.
him. They're gonna be like, America, we got him. She gave us names. It's Papa John.
It's Papa John.
No need to worry anymore. We've got it under control.
It could very well could be that they just try to, short-sighted on that. But dude, or they could go fucking full throttle and it could be like the fucking Prince Charles and
Prince Andrew,
or whatever the fuck which one it was.
Yeah, Prince Andrew is now he's not leaving Buckingham Palace. He's held up in Buckingham Palace, and he's refusing to speak to the FBI.
Yep.
And I just want to throw this out there. What happens if the FBI extradites and prosecutes Prince Andrew?
Revolutionary War number 2.
Like, what would the Queen of England do? What would Parliament do?
They would have to. I mean, they would have to let him. I mean, because what are they going to do? Yeah, we're sex. I mean, they are. I mean, what?
But theirs in their government is just as bad as ours with the whole child sex trafficking and shit.
Right.
I'm just saying, do you think that we try to extradite him and we lose our fucking key to European Union allies? And then it's the whole world against the United States in World War III? We don't have any allies because we took Prince Andrew?
Russia.
I think that's like one of those things. It's like if we can think about it, they should be thinking. They're thinking about it. Like they're not going to make a move. Like they're not going to go.
And if they're not thinking about us, they need to give us 3 a fucking job.
I think if they,
you need someone to cover up your conspiracy theories. Hire us.
That's like too close to like I mean, I'm not saying I don't want anyone to be like not too close, but yeah, like that could fuck a lot of shit up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like they might be, maybe they want to do something like that on purpose. You never know what they're scheming. You know,
the new world order kind of shit.
Yeah, like they want us to burn our world down. So
the world after America,
dude. It's just, I don't know, but
I feel like that's the future. Some days after they make us all go to war with each other and we burn ourselves down and shit, then it's just all going to be America someday.
Well, there was a fucking a book written fucking in like the 90s or so. It was like actually the late 80s, and fucking Obama was fucking caught reading it fucking and shit like that. It was fucking the world after America and shit, and I don't know, he was trying to get it all taken down and shit. I don't know. I just
that he was reading this book, or
yeah,
he was getting.
Oh, God forbid he read a book.
I was gonna say,
right, but it's,
I heard some old ladies fucking when I went out to lunch the other day, and they were sitting at the table behind me, and one of them's like, "I don't care if you don't like the president, but you don't have to post about it on Facebook every day." And I almost turned around and be like, "Bitch, did you not post shit every day about Obama?" Like, I was like, you're so fucking, you're too old to criticize for not realizing that the 2-party system is just a 1-party system. But you should not be running your mouth at Los Cabos, because you're making me not enjoy my fucking burrito right now.
It's people like that you just want to sit there and have a clear mind and enjoy yourself. And someone says something, you just feel like the only way to get it off your chest is just fucking turn around and call him a fucking idiot.
Damn.
But
yeah, like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get lunch and relax before the podcast, and that didn't fucking happen.
That's all right. That's the
You
world
should've
we
just,
live
like-
in.
You should have got like little pieces of your fucking straw paper and just like spitballed at them.
Yeah. Or beat them up.
Yeah, one of the two.
Or beat them up. Yeah.
Both.
Either way. What are they going to do?
Stunt-
I bet they'd change their
hit 'em with
mind
a
if you
stun gun.
started throwing fists.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two old ladies at Los Cabos.
No. Just pick up a chair, bud. That'll be faster.
But yeah, I don't know. I just kind of figured I'd throw that off you guys because that's just a thought I had when I was reading about Prince Andrew being basically like he's stuck there for now. And so the next thing I wanted to ask is, or I guess say is, why would the Queen of England be allowing him to hide in Buckingham Palace? Well, because the Queen was accused of some shady ass shit herself, like the disappearance of 13 boys on a yacht with the help of Jimmy Savile. And so Jimmy Savile is a famous UK radio personality who famously throughout his career raised 40 million euros, I guess, for charity until he died, and people started talking about how he'd use his power to sexually abuse kids and young adults.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're wondering, oh, why the fuck is AJ talking about Jimmy Savile? Isn't this episode supposed to be about Ghislaine Maxwell? Fuck all of you guys. We talk about what we want to here, and it'll make sense, I promise. So Jimmy Savile, one of the most famous BBC employees, also worked as a consultant for Thomas Cook. Thomas Cook, owned by Robert Maxwell, with money that he was linked from the Mossad. So Israel, they're linked to Israel. Basically what I'm saying is the Epstein child sex ring wasn't the Epstein child sex, solid air quotes for the listeners that can't see me do it, wasn't the Epstein child sex ring. It's a fucking global child sex ring that predates Epstein's grip on it or influence on it. And if you don't believe that, then you're kind of fucked because there's evidence of the Queen being involved, like the boys that are missing, Seville. All this happened early 80s, late 70s.
And you got all the people in the church too.
Yeah.
Fucking
Epstein wasn't until the 90s. Yeah, and the church, the fucking Catholic Church.
like that's yeah.
Like if you think this is Epstein's fucking ring, that's where you're lost. You got your training wheels on, but it's time to pop them off and go down a bomb ass hill and into reality where you have to. I just don't.
Kids are being taken every day, and it doesn't mean shit. People are worried about Kanye being the next president over fucking kids being taken.
It's fucked. But the Maxwells themselves have been using their power to traffic children since before Ghislaine met Epstein. So to say that it was Epstein's sex, that's where I'm like, to say that it was his deal, like that's kind of just like, kind of seems like a psyop cover story.
He just got sucked into it. He was a small fish.
Yeah, and he was a small fish.
They even said when he was talking about what did he do? He did accounts. Fuck, I don't know what he did accounts.
He was a hedge fund manager for the guy that was in charge, or the CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Right, but it was wasn't that his only fucking?
Yeah, it was
His only account. It was
Yeah.
just one,
That was
one
the only,
account.
that was the only hedge fund that he managed.
And yeah, so it's like, I don't know, that guy. Yeah, he was there for a reason. He was there.
Easy scapegoat, dude.
But I mean, God, now you got Epstein. Now you got this chick. Even anyone that she outs is gonna probably be like, I imagine, like, yeah, there's some big names in there, which I think America needs to hear. But it's like, even those names getting exposed, it's not like that's gonna fix the problem.
I don't
Like, that just gets people arrested, and then what happens when people fucking? I mean, hopefully we move forward with it hard so we get more people in trouble, but.
I just hope that the list is so vast that it creates like a ripple effect where it's like, oh, well, this guy is the guy that introduced me to Epstein. Like, you know, I don't know. Like the people on those lists do not strike me as people that aren't going to fucking snitch when they get caught.
Yeah.
And that's why they keep ending up dead every fucking time.
Do you think Ghislaine is? Do you think she's going to snitch?
Oh, man, I don't know. It depends on how good of a deal they make her.
If she doesn't snitch, then The secret goes down there, dude.
Right. I was thinking of this earlier. One of the pictures that someone posted in the list of people who were associated with the Epstein Island, and it was Tom Green, I think, was on there. And who was it when we talked about it? That was some famous guy. He wasn't really that
Kevin
famous.
Spacey?
No, not Kevin Spacey. It was someone who said that he went and was hanging out, and Tom Green started saying shit about fucking kids and shit. And he was like, what? Like, no. Like, and he said Tom Green was like trying to talk him into some, like, get him to start saying
what?
If he wanted to. Yeah, it was, we fucking talked about it on the show. Yeah.
I believe them all are, man.
But it was it was weird. He came out publicly with the story, and I can't remember who it was, but he came out publicly.
Oh, the fucking Jesse dude with the fucking carrot top hair. Is that who you're talking about?
Probably.
God, what the fuck was his name?
I don't know. It was, but like I said, Tom Green, and he said that Tom was like starting to make jokes about fucking kids, and then
then the fucking SWAT team came and killed him in his apartment. Is that the guy you're talking about?
It very, very well could be.
God damn, I didn't hear
Yeah.
that.
It was a while ago. We haven't talked about that in fucking
That was
forever.
like when they were talking about prosecuting Epstein. Like that was even before
Right.
they even prosecuted him.
Right.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. What the fuck was his name? It was Jesse something, I want to say. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Either way, if anyone at home feels like looking that up, that's crazy because it's, I mean, shit. Like, that's you can't expose people, or else you're gonna get shot.
You got the girl that mysteriously stopped using Twitter after she said that she was sex trafficked to Tom Hanks.
Dude, symbolism will be their downfall, dude. You see they always do those fucking red shoes and shit, you know? And fucking Tom Hanks is in that movie, fucking Man with One Red Shoe.
They always do the red shoes. What?
Yeah, you gotta look up fucking red shoes, dude. Wizard of Oz and all that shit with the red shoes. Fucking, just, dude, you gotta look it up. Red shoes, dude.
Well, I saw a thing that, like, not like Satanist, but Lucifer. There's a difference between Satanist and Luciferians. Luciferians are the people that are like actively like raping kids, killing kids, selling kids, like doing slavery and stuff. That's Luciferian. That's my understanding of it. And they believe that if they give away something, like if they warn you beforehand in a code that something's going to happen, then they're free of guilt of whatever happens. So I mean, dude, like red shoes, that could be just them being like, yeah, I mean, we've led this thread that you're never going to go home, Dorothy. Like, I don't know. Like, but they have been accused of that. I guess I don't really know that anyone's ever proved it, but like that's where people get the idea of The Simpsons and Johnny Bravo showing a plane crashing into the Twin Towers like a month before it happened and shit like that.
Right. Yeah, shit like that. So it just gets off their conscience. So they're like, yeah, I warned them. Did you actually warn them? I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I put a poster on the window in the background of a cartoon. What do you mean I didn't fucking warn them?
I put a sticky note on my refrigerator that said, hey, like, you guys might not want to be in those towers, you know? That they didn't see that note was not my fault, you know? I don't know.
Dude, just 9/11 itself is just such the birth of Cousin Lenny. Just the birth of Cousin Lenny came from 9/11.
It kind of did, dude.
I'm pretty sure that's the first episode. We probably talk about that like every week now. But yeah, no, it's dude, that shit's just
like that people question it and shit. Like fucking even in like South Park, when in the end Carbon like blames it on Kyle, you know, and it's like blaming 9/11 on something. Yeah, it's funny to do as a joke, but like that's serious as fuck. You know, someone's joking about it, a big ass TV show. Like, I mean,
suspension of guilt, man. So the arrest was coming for a long time, I think, for Ghislaine Maxwell. I'm just gonna call her Maxwell from now on, so I don't have to try to fucking remember what her name is.
Maxwell Cream.
So for Maxwell, she was named in a majority of the sexual assault allegations against Epstein. And So I mean, like, I can't believe that they didn't arrest her and him at the same, because that's what they do in a lot of like those major, at least on TV,
Right.
like plan, like synchronize your watch. We're gonna take him down at 1500 hours.
Nab them.
And they just let her go free, and they're
Yeah, and
like,
then just let her fucking live on her ranch.
they're like, she's not going anywhere.
They just surveilled her. They literally just sat there and watched her live her best life.
Like, how do you live that way? Just living, feeling like how could you still be happy and doubt free and just be like going on with your
Dude,
day?
I would
Like,
have such bad anxiety.
I would have terrible anxiety.
Yeah, and fucking one thing that I thought when I saw that her private yacht had docked in Australia and they were going to citizens arrest her, I was like, was she really on our yacht this whole time, like in the middle of the fucking ocean? And does she know that Epstein's dead? Like, I was just like, what the fuck is happening? Like, my brain was just like firing on all cylinders. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what does she know? Does she know what's happening? Obviously she knows. She probably has satellite shit. I mean, she's rich enough to have access to anything in the middle of the ocean. She's probably watching the documentary about her in the middle of the ocean. It was like, I need to go to Australia and restock my kitchen on this fucking yacht.
It's
I
insane.
don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe they did it on purpose because they knew Epstein, or if they would have arrested them together, they would have probably both died. They probably would have both got suicided right then and there. But now they can, I don't know, ramp up security.
They let the little fish fry before they bring in the big one.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, she's her family's been in the game for fucking years doing this shit.
Oh yeah,
years. Epstein he was literally described as a guy from Brooklyn that wanted things that he couldn't have. Like, that's what I like. If you watch the documentary and shit like that, you hear that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's like he's a guy that he just wanted more than he already had, and he wanted things that he couldn't have.
Yeah. That's sounds like a lot of those people that are in power that go and do those things. Like, think about the people that don't even want really.
Keith Raniere, you son of a bitch.
Like, they don't even like, they're not going to, like, they have no attachment to what's happening to these kids. They don't care that they're being sold, but they know it's a profitable area for them to make money on. Like,
yeah,
it's just insane that there's people that are like that are like, just doing it for the money, can go along their day just thinking about these kids. I don't even know how young some of these kids are, because they said in the article, they were like, one of the articles for her, they were like, it's, prepping, grooming kids as young as 14. And I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty sure there was kids younger than 14.
Dude, it was like 5.
Yeah,
it was like 5 to 16, dude.
I was gonna say, like, damn, you guys are fucking going easy on it. Like, you guys are making it sound like it's not like tiny kids being taken and fucked and shit.
Instead of doing instead of fucking getting kids, they should just fucking get a bunch of fucking of those cattle carts and fucking round up the frat boys and fucking just take them off to an island and fucking sacrifice them. Perfect, right?
Sorry, I missed the first part.
Yeah, you lost me at frat boys.
Oh, I don't know. I said, instead of sacrificing kids, we just, get a bunch of cattle cars, round up the frat boys, fucking take them to the island, and there you go.
Yeah, well, tell them there's a sick party with a bunch of naked babes.
Sick party, dude.
No, dude, the thing I think that weirds me out the most is that they're, like you guys were just saying, like, they were younger than 14 years old. And like even just making the story sound better by saying they were 14 doesn't make it sound better.
Right. I mean, it sounds. I think it sounds better. I mean, fuck. I mean, yeah, it sounds terrible regardless. But I mean, I think people, you can't just hide that. You need to let people know. You need that image in their head that these kids are at the age of first going into school. Like,
yeah,
that they don't. Like, you thought school was weird and scary and wild. How about fucking getting stolen and put on a plane and getting sold to someone and becoming a slave? Like,
fuck that.
And they want to say, I think that's fucked up that they say as young as 14. Like, you need to. I mean, I think that's
ante up and give out the real numbers is what I think the public needs to know without having to like look into it.
Because think about this. They think
it should
14 is a time where people they're like, oh, well, these girls are probably like running away from home and acting out and shit because they're 14. That's when they're hitting puberty and shit. And like, I mean,
oh, they ran over to their boyfriend's house.
Some shit, yeah. Like parents think about, like they don't think about, you know.
Yeah, well, and it's just, I don't think that you need, like, this is something where it's coming out that there's a fucking worldwide cabal of child sex trafficking, and I think we need to stop talking about dumb celebrity shit. We need to focus on this. Unless the celebrity's involved, I don't give a fuck who Eminem's writing a song about or whatever. But don't lie in your article about how old these girls were, because it gives people either a false sense of security as to being like, well, apparently only the girls that are 14 are getting taken.
Right.
Shit, like it needs to be easily accessed information. Just I should be able to find the truth about this shit as easy as I can find fucking what would it be called? The transcript of like a Donald Trump speech on CNN. I should be able to find this shit as easily as that. Or a slam piece on fucking Mitch McConnell. I should be able to find this information just as easy as I can find that. And you can't. And that kind of worries me a little bit, because like, do you want to live in a blanketed society where people in power are able to do this and get away with it because no one's fucking reporting on it? Or do you want to live in a honest society, or like a realistic society where people are being like, hey, this is a fucking problem. We need to address it.
I feel like the realistic society would be like the rich, the government would not be caught doing that, because that would be embarrassing for a government to be doing that. It's like, you let this shit go on. Realistically, I feel like it would be poor people trying to do shit like that to make money and do these rings and these. You see that in movies. You see the ghetto people doing all the bad shit, and you know, and it's crazy to me that the government's like that your government should be ashamed if that's what's going on inside of it. Like, that's just, it's incredible that goes on without us doing anything about it.
Yeah,
it's like, they're gonna look back on us someday and be like, dude, they were letting this happen. Like, huh?
Our government was founded on that. You know, I mean, Thomas Jefferson and all of them were totally banging kids.
I mean, but yeah, I know that's like how it didn't just happen. Yeah,
right. So it's. This has been
but it was, but they finally are getting exposed. Even before
our government, too.
Like they never,
forever.
Like that's why it's embarrassing. Before no one knew what was going on, so they were able to hide and not, you know. But now that it's being exposed, like it needs to be exposed. It needs to be shown that it's like our, like you said, it's our government, not. Yeah, it's not Epstein. It's our government is doing this, and they should be ashamed that they're who we put in power. We didn't even put them in power. That's what's fucked up. It's like.
Well, the first person that spoke out against Epstein and Maxwell, it was in 1996. So think about that. So if someone was born in 1996, they're 24 years old. So the government was burying this case for 23 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how someone at the FBI can literally sit at their fucking cubicle, file this under the "we don't give a fuck what they're talking about" file, like in the bottom drawer, like we don't care, they give us money file. Right. And how the fuck do people like that live with themselves?
There's probably
like that one person that didn't file that report the right way in 1996. Think of how many bodies are on that person's fucking head. Person's never going to be held accountable because they didn't believe that a billionaire was going to fuck
they
up.
Probably got paid a couple bucks.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. And
there's probably a filing cabinet that just says people that are too rich to fuck with. And then it's just all the cases in there.
Well, no, it's just a fucking paper shredder when you put it in there.
And it's like the people that are covered the case in 1996. I mean, probably not the same fucking person, but it's the same department as the fucking FBI is investigating Maxwell now. They investigated Epstein. They've had all this information since at least 1996.
Right.
Well, who do we even say when it was Epstein, the person who was doing the autopsy on his body was the same one that did it for JFK. So he's been, or not, he wasn't the one who did it, right?
No, he was the one that,
he was the one.
Well, he was the one that was like, your guys' autopsy is not correct. Like, there's a lot of inconsistencies with your that was the JFK guy. Was the guy, he was like, Epstein didn't die the way that you guys said that he died.
But that wasn't the same guy that did Epstein.
That's the same guy.
The guy who called out the JFK autopsy was the same guy, or the guy who got called out in the JFK autopsy was the same guy?
I don't know. There's so many people that he had like a show on History Channel after the JFK. Or
either way, yeah, he's tied into that.
The guy that did the autopsy for JFK did a like re-autopsy of Epstein and was like, that's inconsistent. You guys did a bad job. That's inconsistent. He didn't die the way that you guys said he died. The thing that you said hung him wouldn't give him the lignatures.
I thought it was like the same guy trying to cover it up.
So
trying to cover up the JFK.
Fact-checked.
Yeah, the guy fact-checked the Epstein autopsy. But it's just like, dude, since 1996, I was 3 years old.
Did he do alien autopsies too?
Joking. But no, dude, I was 3 years old when the first person came out about this.
Damn.
That's fucking insane to me.
Think how many kids were fucking trafficked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And fucking people live with themselves. They go home and hang out with their wife and kids knowing that they like you're enabling it at that point, right?
Oh yeah.
The throat damage wasn't consistent with the hanging. We see that with other cases too, like where what do we say? Chester Bennington had the hanging. He hung himself, but he had 4 broken ribs. Yeah. Like awesome.
People who died of 2 gunshot wounds to the back of the head.
Yeah,
but it's a suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. Just the norm. This is America.
That's what happens.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I don't know. They're gonna go now. We talk about back then, like that's when someone found out, and all these kids' bodies are in his head. Like, think about now. We all have this information now. So now I say, like, with America finding this stuff out, like if America doesn't get up and do something about it more, like then all the kids from now on, from this point on, I think it's on everyone. Everyone needs to step up because we all know about this shit. So what the fuck? If we aren't doing shit, then I don't know. If people want to talk about the next election and shit, I'm going to be like, yeah, well, what are your thoughts on how we should fucking end child sex slavery and kids being stolen? Because obviously, I mean, what you think about the presidency isn't going to fucking matter anyways.
Yeah, you want to be like, you don't care because you're worried about other things, but obviously everyone fucking cares about it.
Right.
But at the same, it's like, why do you care about yada, yada, yada over literally something that's happening on a daily basis? It's fucking, dude, the whole thing, that's why I liked that we were able to take a very, very long break from stuff like this when it was not up in the news and stuff. But I mean, God, it's dude, you kind of got to talk about it when you have a show like ours and this happens.
Ghislaine,
I literally
did not kill herself.
I literally saw Ghislaine. Just the fucking group chat this morning was stupid. But yeah, I saw Ghislaine on the news. What was it? Was it Friday when she got Thursday? I think it was Thursday when she got arrested. And I was like, oh fuck, we gotta talk about this again. Because like we have to. It's kind of like our thing. But fuck, dude, I just hate talking about CABAL. That's what they call the child sex trafficking.
It's just so fucking prevalent, dude. And it's just, let's just do something about it, man. If you guys have been watching her for fucking 4 years, you should know who she's fucking hanging out with and doing her fucking shits with. So
Well, that's the thing. They weren't even investigating her in 1996. They were just like, "Oh, fuck this. We put it in the fuck off department."
Right.
sweep it on
Just
the rug.
some fucking desk jockey just threw it away. And there was consistently reports to the FBI for 2 decades. And they just tossed them.
God,
I like Dylan's idea of the paper shredder cabinet. We need to invent that and sell it to the FBI.
Dude, that's an awesome. I need to have one of those, like just an important file drawer. Just open it up, just stick.
It says important labeled on it.
He's like, "Why is there a trash can under your file cabinet?" And be like, "Check it out," and you fucking just put a thing and shreds right into the garbage can.
Nice.
Oh fuck. Yeah, if you have you guys watched any of the Epstein doc on
someone
Netflix?
said it was is there anything more to it that we probably
Nothing,
I feel like we covered.
I didn't learn anything watching it outside of like firsthand accounts from victims and shit. But one thing that I did learn watching it was people like the whole thing is even the documentary shows like it's not Epstein's sex ring. In my that's the way I took it.
Is that the way the show kind of tried to portray it as?
No, they definitely, but it's like Maxwell procured all the girls. And if you don't already know, Maxwell's the one that procured all the girls or whatever. She was the one that acquire the girls, bring them in. And the only thing I learned about it was that she was like motherly to them and then would be there while Epstein sexually assaulted them the first time to break them. And fuck, dude. And like when they were mentally broken, she would join him in sexually assaulting. So at first she would just be there and be like, it's okay, it's all right. While Epstein's literally doing the deed with them. Mind you, these are fucking 14-year-old girls, according to the hot story, which they're a little bit younger than that, a little bit older than that. But it's just, then they break them so mentally that a majority of them just started doing whatever the fuck they told them to do. And he would be like, I want you to go have sex with my friend, Prince Andrew. I want you to go have sex with this guy, Kevin Spacey. I want you to go have sex with this guy. His name's Bill Clinton. He used to be the president. He's a pretty cool guy. Has a big dick. Plays the saxophone. And they'd be like, okay, I'll do whatever you want.
Do you think they got like compensated for this at all?
The girls?
Yeah. How did they
Not
live?
really.
I mean,
they lived well.
Were they fucking like chained up in a basement somewhere?
No, but they were like when
were they living like a life of luxury?
Did
they like think that they? I'm not trying to fucking put it on that light, you know.
Well, I mean, they were told they were gonna make money for doing this shit, didn't they? At first, like they would
get
like,
connections. They would go to the schools they wanted to, and then they would be like, "All right, but if you want to go to that school, you have to fuck." And they'd be like, and if you don't, I will destroy any chance you have of going to any school. That's how they
right, because they mind fucked them like that.
They broke them. Meant like the girls.
Right,
I've seen a bunch of not a bunch. I've seen like 4, 5 of the girls talking about it, and they're like, you literally get to the point where you don't feel like you're a person anymore because you start out thinking that, okay, I fell into this trap and you're gonna better your life by doing what this guy tells you to do. And then you realize eventually you're fucking stuck. Like a lot of these girls that they were like, yeah, we'll make sure you get into the school. They didn't go to fucking school.
Right.
You know what happened to them? They got fucking flown to a private island where there's no way for them to get off. And that was their jail cell. Yeah. Was the fucking island.
The God damn it, what is it right now? The
what happens when they get
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. What is that? When they're on the boat.
There's a horse massacre, I understand.
Gosh, the implication, is that what it is? The implication. You're on an island, so I mean you can't say no because
one way that they held him captive on the Virgin Islands, because that was in the Virgin Islands, it's just a small island off the Virgin Islands. And one way that he would hold them captive is after they got on the island, he would burn their passport.
No shit.
And as a 16-year-old, you have no way of acquiescing a new passport without a legal guardian.
Right.
And so they would be stuck there for years.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's after they rope him in with we'll get you into the school you want. Everything's okay. This is just Jeff being Jeff. Like that's like they'd be like you fucking at Maxwell would originally be like, it's just Jeff being Jeff, and she'd be literally sitting on the bed while they're doing the deed,
nasties.
doing not even the deed, doing the forced deed, I guess.
Right.
Nasties.
But that's why I hate talking about that shit, because I always feel like I'm going to say the wrong word, and someone's going to clip it and be like, "This guy's a fuck." No, I think everything that Maxwell and Epstein did was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
But-
and you can't even say like. I think I give credit to like how these kids were groomed. I mean, people. I feel like there's other people that get groomed into it, and like the whole play ball. You either play ball or you don't, and we destroy you. So it's. I mean, sometimes it's hard to.
Especially when
tell.
you're 16, your brain's not fully developed for another fucking 9 years. And that's on average. Like some people's brains don't fully develop later than that.
How old am I?
Old enough to party. But no, dude, there was one episode in the doc where Maxwell legit had her personal driver with one of the girls that she was currently grooming in the car with her, taking her home from school or whatever. And she stopped the car in the middle of New York City traffic, ran up to a child on the playground, like at a park, not a playground, a park.
Yeah,
is what she said.
Ghislaine or
Yeah, Maxwell. I'm done trying to remember how to say her name. But ran up to a young girl at the park. And the one thing the girl remembers is like, I've never seen them bring in someone to the group that had braces before. It's like the one thing that she remembers about the girl. And she hands her a business card. And 2 days later, they had that girl that Maxwell met at the park at Epstein's New York estate.
I believe it.
2 days later. So that kid, this is where like the story fucks my brain. So that kid takes the business card, goes home to their parents, hands them the business card, and be like, she said she's going to get me into Juilliard.
I'm gonna be a model or something.
Yeah, well, that's one thing that he did too, because he used his one client for being a hedge fund manager was Victoria's Secret, and he'd be like, "Oh, these girls, these 16-year-old girls, they're gonna be potential Victoria's Secret models. They just need to stay with me for the summer."
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you're wrapped up in fucking child sex trafficking. It's insane.
Studio Dog's going to see Mama.
Mama's home.
Yeah, dude, that's insane. Their tactics of getting kids, because it's like they're doing, all sorts of different ways. Like they're gonna give them business cards all the way to they're gonna go to countries that are in like total devastation and just steal kids. So it's like they're every which way you can get kids is what they were.
Oh, dude, they need as many kids as they can have.
Yeah, like the fucking.
It's a business, and
in Haiti, the Haitian earthquakes, the Clinton Foundation was the first ones on the scene to go and help. Air quotes for those that aren't watching. Help the Haitians, and one of the people they sent over from Utah fucking ends up getting caught for trafficking 42 kids. And it was like her fourth time re-entering or
third time
or maybe leaving the country.
No, maybe not. I don't know.
She was just driving busloads of kids across the border.
It was her third time getting caught, I think, too.
I think it was only her third. I think it was
anyway.
her third
Laura
time
Silsby.
She did it probably more than 3 times.
And guess where that bitch works now? Amber Alert. Convicted human trafficker works at Amber Alert in a high-ranking position. And this is the world that we live in. It's so fucked.
It's like, what do? You call them like, yeah, my kid's missing. All right, where were they last seen? We're gonna go find them.
And then they fucking take him from person.
I'm gonna bring the rope and duct tape. What? No, never mind. Like it's shit, dude. If I ever, I'm sorry. I apologize to my kid, but I'm gonna put a tracker on him.
Like in his tooth. Spy Kid style, or just like underneath his skin?
I'm gonna put one of those
I don't
tool
know.
trackers on everything, like every pair of pants they have. Like, you know, like the things that like the Milwaukee tool tracker. Have you ever seen those? Put one of those on that kid's fucking every pair of pants.
Damn.
He's been walking out of Kmart looking like he stole some shit, but Kmart's not around anymore. I need to find a new analogy. Every time I wear my sweatshirt that just says slut on it, people are like, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, Kmart. Like, what? Wasn't that a Christian company?
I didn't know that.
I'm trying to think of what I would do to give my kid a tracker. Probably just change one of his teeth or something. You know?
You just like shove it so far up his butt, you don't even know.
Yeah.
Right past the corner.
Right past it. And then like you're good, you know? Forever.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. I still would feel so safe though. It's weird that like that's a worry of mine if I ever have kids.
So what you do?
Give my kid an industrial piercing and
chip them like a pet.
You make sure that they need glasses. And then you just chip their
when
glasses.
they're a baby, you're just shining flashlights in their eyes. Be like, trust me, this is for your own good.
That's fucked up.
I mean, better that than like that's like I said that dude. I have an honest fear that like when I have kids, my biggest fear is not the guy who's gonna dick down my daughter. It's the fucking people that are gonna take her when she's going out to a club or something. You know what I mean? That like I'm gonna be the next fucking guy from Wanted. What the fuck?
Liam Neeson.
I'm gonna be the next Liam Neeson. I'm not as cool. I'm not as buff, and he could probably kick my ass, but
he's probably a foot shorter than you.
I play a lot of video games.
You've
okay,
also got a certain particular set of skills.
I do have it. Yeah, I can head doink really well with mouse and keyboard.
You better hope my drone doesn't find him.
That's gonna be the future, you know. Like,
dude,
you got a problem. You're like, getting your Megazord. I'm gonna get in mine. We're gonna fucking fight.
Oh my god!
They've been doing it forever. What's it called? The little robots that fight. What's that
battle
called?
Bots?
Battle bots.
Like the old anime?
No. Like battle. Like the real. Like where? Yeah. That's gonna be like the future. What was that in that they did that? Big Hero 6, I think it was like in the beginning. It was like a little back alley robot fighting ring.
I've
never seen that movie.
Yeah, I never saw that one.
It is illegal to do it. It's pretty wild. It's pretty decent.
Is it the what?
Big Hero?
It's
6?
like the fat marshmallow air balloon guy, but
I thought you were talking about that actual robot fighting rink one. You made him out of scrap metal or whatever.
oh, the one with what's the other guy? The other fucking Gerard Butler. When he's like fighting the robot with the kid.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about?
That's what I was talking about. I've never seen it though.
Not iRobot, but something like that.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
There's too many robot movies, okay? Can we like stop making all these robot movies?
Yeah, give us like 2 years or something else.
Can we go back to something more realistic? Like go back to the old Star Wars or something like that?
The old ones.
Like I don't even care if the fucking CGI or whatever this sucks, you know? Like I'd rather have old movies than the fucking bullshit they put out now. I get it. The new movies are great because if you're tripping on acid, it's just a trip all the way through because it's just action nonstop. So if you want to be entertained, take acid when watching, you know, all the new movies, but they kind of suck.
Yeah. Movies these days, not the best.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still bringing up the nerve to watch Tati Yaya or whatever the fuck it's
called.
Yaya
Ding Dong.
Yaya Ding Dong. Yeah.
That is one I'm going to watch, and I have some hopes for that movie. The song's been stuck in my fucking head forever, but so what else do we know? Because I didn't read as far into what they're gonna do with Ghislaine. If they're like,
I don't know what their plans are. That they hope that she cooperates, but we all know that story. How that story ends,
right?
So one thing that I found too was it wasn't Epstein that threatened people that spoke out against him. That was Maxwell's job. Epstein's job was to intimidate not the victims, but potential prosecutors.
Mm.
Where he would be like, if someone's like, yeah, they're building up a case against you, and he'd be like, well, I hope that doesn't happen because someone's probably going to get hurt if I get prosecuted.
Right.
And shit like that. But Maxwell, on the other hand, told the first victim that spoke out in 1996. I want to say 1966. That would have been a way long time ago. 1996. So this girl, for context, is a art student that they picked up from an art school in New York, and they picked her up and brought her into the cult because I don't know, into the sex ring. I guess it's not really a cult if you kind of involuntarily join.
It's involuntarily.
Yeah, so we'll not call it a cult. Into the cabal. We'll use the official term for the sex ring, worldwide sex ring. She was an art student, and Epstein liked one of her paintings. Never saw her, didn't know who she was. He was like, "Yep, she's in. She's one of us. Like she's going to be a part of our group." That's the girl that spoke out in 1996. And Maxwell, after she spoke out, said, "First, I'm going to burn your art, then your career, then your house, and then you." And she also apparently sent her a letter that said, "Be careful when you cross the street." And then another thing that she said to her was, "You get shot in the back of the head and you'd never even know." That's what Maxwell would say to the girls that felt like they wanted to speak out.
Jesus.
I mean, yeah, it's very unfortunate. That's what I'm saying, though. It's like you think they had no chance back then. And it's like today, it's like, do they have a chance? Probably not, because it's like, even though we're exposing it, it's like, it's not like that's going to touch anything. I feel like we still got like another, like, maybe like 5 years if we really pressed hard as shit to expose, at least in America, deeper in America. But that would have to be
like it doesn't make a difference.
Right. And like, that's like, I imagine that's if we are pushing hardest, like we are interrogating people to get answers. You know what I mean? Like we are finding it out, but I don't see that being a thing. I feel like it will take, if ever, to bring down the child sex rings, if ever they get brought down.
Yeah. And that's one of the main reasons that I hate talking about it on the show, but when it's prevalent and it's on the topic with our show, we got to talk about it. But it's one of those things where it's just like, I just don't like reading about it. I don't like looking into it. Like it's like when we were talking about the Golden State Killer, like there was a couple things that he did that made me really just be like, this is fucked up. Like, I don't want to know that this happened, but that's the entire subject of this whole child sex ring shit. And it's just the whole cabal and all that. It just makes me not like being alive in this time. I don't know.
This guy says she speaks Friday. Is that when is supposed to? I mean, is that like, is she put on? What does that mean?
I don't know. Maybe she's testifying on Friday about some shit. I don't know.
I fucking hope so. Like I'm ready to hear some shit.
Get it over before she fucking takes a fucking
appear in court. Okay. Yeah, I
heard the fucking judge for that case had asked them to destroy all the evidence from that 2015 case or whatever on Epstein.
What's that?
There was a 2015 case on Epstein.
Yeah.
And there was the judge.
Yeah.
The judge had asked them to destroy all the evidence on that case.
The judge, the current judge.
A 2000. Wait, did he do it in 2000? I thought the case was in 2005.
There was some in 2015, 16, and she was also, I think, testifying in 2016. So that's probably.
Yeah.
And you're saying the judge for what's coming up right now.
Right.
They cleared out all the evidence. He did the plea. Yeah, I don't know. I think she's just gonna, hopefully just give us some names. I want some fucking names, dude. I want some names. I want fucking people to get
big names.
I've had a hatred for fucking Tom Green for so long, like just like wanting him to get just exposed for that shit. Like
Ellen DeGeneres, and Tom Hanks, dude. That's what I want to see go down.
I want to see some people that have like political power go down.
Political, but I
Dude,
mean,
that's what
Dude, that would be fucking.
I think political power is big, but like one thing that it's like, I feel like what happens with what I think that's more important. Political is more important, but like imagine kind of like with the church, you know, someone in politics isn't famous, people don't respect them, people don't really like look at them as like stars in their eyes. They can move them just like the church did. But imagine just the world's fucking view if it comes out that fucking Will Smith was a part of all this, and it's just like
a part of all this.
But it needs to be. If it's
I mean, that's what they did
like,
with Roman Polanski. They moved him to France,
mm-hmm.
and literally Hollywood was like, "We need to bring him back. We need our movies. Like, go to France and make a fucking movie. If you don't work with that pedophile so goddamn bad."
Mm-hmm.
Like, what
Yeah.
I don't know, man. When it comes to adults banging kids, I just fucking I can't deal with it.
I mean, I think the only I can't deal with the reason I can't deal with thinking about that is because I'm like, fuck, they're gonna, you know, like that they're just the kids just what they're going through. But I mean, shit, the thought of wanting to just talk about it to me, I'm like, I want everyone to talk about this. I want. You know, I'm excited for people to be blasting this on social media. You know, like
I would much rather watch people argue over shit about this case than fucking whether or not Joe Biden's a creep or Trump's a racist. I would so much rather be seeing people talk about this, but people can't get their fucking brains out of the gutter to realize that this shit's happening in our life. Like, this is the first time that like sex trafficking ring of this size is being brought out into the public, and no one can fucking concentrate on it, and it drives me insane. And
it's a very after Epstein's death and this, it's like what more do you need than to just get two people that, you know, they played a big part on their island, but that was it. That was a small part of the ring, and it's like people are going to be satisfied knowing that Jeffrey Epstein is quote dead. And then that this bitch now, like, they're like, wow, I guess they got everyone if this is who they're getting now, you know, even though she's a big part, but they're probably looking for, you know, they're probably like, oh, this was just like his mistress or some shit, you know, like.
Yeah. And they're trying to get Prince Andrew to come testify, but he won't leave Buckingham Palace. Like, I
want to see Bill Clinton go down, dude. That'd be a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and fuck, dude, he went there like 28 times or some shit like that.
Exactly.
Like, fucking insane. That dude is insane.
So I was reading who?
Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
Just insane.
Did you guys see? I was reading when I was looking it up today just to kind of see what was on there, and it was talking about how I don't know exactly how long ago, but CNN puts it up of how Fox News apologizes for like accidentally photoshopping Trump out of the pictures with Epstein and Ghislaine and shit like that. Like,
yeah, I did. I saw a picture of that on Twitter, and it was Melania Trump was on the end, and there was no one next to her, and it was like, really. And it was George W. Bush. It was George W. Bush and his wife, Michelle Obama, Barack Obama, Trump.
Is that picture?
Yeah, Trump, Melania, and then I think it was Maxwell or something like that. And they just like Photoshopped Trump out of the picture of it. And so it's just like the Obamas, the Bushes, Maxwell, and Melania Trump, and no Donald Trump. And it's like, really? And you think fucking Donald Trump with his massive fucking ego wasn't gonna be in that picture? Like, well, you see, the thing here is Obama, he's in the picture. I want to be in the picture. like, what you think that he wasn't like, I'm gonna be in that fucking picture? What do you mean you don't want me in the picture?
He wants to be in every picture.
They'd be like, we only want pretty people, and he'd be like, oh, what the fuck,
dude? That those pictures are nuts. And when you talk about two-party system, like we said, how it's all just a single party, like the pictures prove it all, man. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
Like,
There's tons of pictures of fucking all the presidents that are alive just chumming it up in a fucking big gala. Like, there's tons of them. They go to Bohemian Grove together where they do quote unquote mock rituals and bang people in the woods. And like, what?
What if they had like furry outfits on the whole time though?
they probably do. It's probably been a new adaptation for them. They're like, finally, we can finally afford these.
What was the fucking guy that was it? Yavanis that made the Fox song? That was basically like a music video. Like the music video depicts what happens at Bohemian Grove. Like, what does the fox say?
And then they're all dancing in their fuzzy
I
outfits.
think yeah, and then dancing, but it cuts out the banging part because they wanted it to be on MTV.
What? I don't think I've ever fucking seen that.
Oh man, dude.
Wait,
You've never seen the Fox video?
Wait, it
Oh,
says what? They're
my
banging
God.
on it?
They're-
Or-
No,
Banging or
but
what?
they're it's like furries raving in the middle of the woods.
I
And
haven't seen that yet.
I don't think I want to see that.
man,
That song, I very much like we'll listen to it now and be like, oh yeah, catchy, whatever. But goddamn, did they ruin that song for a good year or two?
dude, I used to play it on a loop.
I remember, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, we used to work in a kitchen and AJ would play songs on loops, and
Oh god.
that was one of them.
And the hits stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop
That was
coming.
another
and they
one.
don't stop
Oh
coming.
my
It just
god.
repeats and they don't stop coming.
Careless
I would
Whispers
fucking
was
be
another
so
one.
mad, AJ.
Oh, the saxophone solo is magical.
Yeah.
I got really high in my garage one time and listened to that for like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's awesome. I always enjoyed it. I think I got.
I test people's strength of will. Do you know that the CIA, when they were interrogating like Afghani rebels, when they first started doing Afghanistan, the CIA would play "Baby" by Justin Bieber on repeat in a room to break people.
Dude,
I thought you were
and,
gonna
like,
say
Barney.
Mamba. I thought you were gonna say Mamba number 5. Which from Nathan for you, they've said that is labeled as the most. What is it? The worst song or the most annoying song?
No, that's one of the best songs.
I think it's one of the
A
best
little bit
songs.
of
But
Monica in my mind.
they did it. They found it on Nathan for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys haven't ever watched that show and they're trying to destroy Uber, so they fucking have a bunch of people become Uber drivers and just suck ass, so they get like terrible reviews and shit. So they start using taxis again.
That's awesome.
That's who we need to run our country.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone. I don't know. It's so
It
hard.
shouldn't be. It's not
we
supposed
need-
to be run our country. Like, I mean, it's. I feel like it's not like running our country's like that's what they're doing. Is they're running our country and we have no control.
Yeah, that's
Maybe-
what. Like, I don't think anyone has the mental capacity to be a leader of people. Like, no one that I can think of in my lifetime has shown the skill trait to be a mass leader.
I get the idea of our presidents being like kind of like a figure of a leader, and I'm cool with I think it just only works if we have a transparent government to where we know what's going on.
But why
Like-
why don't we just have fucking
I don't think we even need a president.
why don't we just have like fucking
Parliament.
this is what we got from this state, and this, we got X amount of people from this state. They go up and fucking do their thing and fight for Iowa, and you got X amount of people from this state. They go and fight for fucking Maine, wherever the fuck you live.
Well, that's what the House of Representatives is.
Yeah, but then you get this one guy.
I like the idea of 3 branches, but having a president is kind of fucking stupid. I think
Yeah.
at this point, it
makes no goddamn sense. It's fucking
especially when fucking 3 of our last 5 presidents were on the Lolita Express.
right.
Mhm.
That's what I'm hoping.
That's what I'm
That's where this is going to get exposed, hopefully to the point where it starts showing that people who are our president, our number one person, the one person in our country,
the representative,
of the country,
is a pedophile.
multiple representatives of the country.
Our pedophile.
I mean, we should even.
Fuck. That was pedophile was the word of the day.
I'm pretty sure we said pedophiles like 100 times.
I don't think we did.
We were building it up.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we said pedophile.
Dude, I swear to God, I thought I was listening for someone to say pedophile.
Okay, everyone listening at home, get a shot ready. Get your liquor.
You are fake news.
Oh man, these fill up to the brim.
Yeah, they do. It's so cheap. It's so nice to just pick up a handful of these every Monday.
Oh boy.
And then no one like looks at you weird because you're buying like a fifth of fucking alcohol
On a
at like
Monday.
2 a.m. or 2 p.m. on a Monday.
Cheers. Cheers, everyone. What another beautiful Monday. Oh, fuck.
Dude, this week's going to be so awesome. So excited about tomorrow, too. We did the podcast today.
It's supposed to be like 92 tomorrow.
Yeah, I hope we get a humid shower like we did on Sunday.
Oh, right. Same. Yeah, it's gonna
That'd be fucking awesome. Just
It's
hanging out in the garage, smoking drugs, drinking beers.
It's supposed
Playing
to be
poker.
That should be all right.
Supposed to be. Yeah, I'd shudder too if I was drinking vodka. Dude, it's supposed to be like a heat wave. We're supposed to be getting like up into the 90s,
until
100s.
Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be like 98 on Thursday or some shit like
No,
that?
Thursday is supposed to rain. Wednesday is supposed to be like fucking 95.
Mm-hmm. But then the real feel with humidity is like 90,
like
8 to 102.
Fucking A.
I saw something on Twitter the other day. It was like Texas is facing a heat wave that's actually like dangerous to be around, like in.
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know a lot about.
Mad Max.
Hey, Mad Max. Hey, Mad Max. So fucking back on this
Ghislaine.
Fuck.
Lane.
Yasline.
So she had a friend come out and say on her behalf, I believe is what I kind of understood it to be, is that it was kind of like a contingency plan for her, was if she were to be caught, her friend should release this information, that the Lolita Express was wired with audio and video. So, with that information being said, if it's true, and the FBI has had that information for 9 months now. When did Epstein get arrested? Like 9 months ago? Something like that?
Yeah.
Like late last year. So, I mean, yeah, probably like 9 months. That being said, if that's true, we should be seeing some fucking walks of shames from high level people because if that information is out there, that the FBI can't hide that anymore. Like they were hiding Epstein from fucking 1996 to 2005, and then from 2005 to 2019. They can't hide that anymore, right? Like if we've got enough fucking voices talking about it, they can't hide that.
Hopefully we have enough, right? Or do you think there's enough right now talking? I feel like people post the memes and still talk about it, and with the documentary as well, I've heard a lot of people who have watched the documentary too, and thank God that they have something, to inform people, Yeah,
I've been kind of interested in looking on who produced the documentary, but I haven't.
Bill Clinton.
No, but yeah, no, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like the Epstein didn't kill himself, ran people in the community, like our community and shit like that. Like, I feel like it ran them into a position where they couldn't cover it up anymore. And so that's why they went after Maxwell. That's my theory on it. Is if they were watching her the whole time, why didn't they just arrest her? And it was just like
that's track.
Like,
why? Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, what the fuck, man? That's so weird.
Because every time you see a bit like fucking like you talk about drug lords and shit like that, they arrest everyone at the same time. I guess these people are child lords. Why would you not?
What?
Why would you not take them all out at the same? That's what I don't get.
Like, what's the plan? Like, where do they benefit? Is that what it is? Is that they're using it to cover up more shit? Like that's what I think. They didn't want her to, like, if they did it right away, it would be blown over and over with. But now it's like, I don't know. Or is it because she's too powerful? Like they don't want to do it right away until they were like, all right, we've got our backs covered. But then why with Epstein? Like, I don't know. It's weird, man.
Well, with Epstein, they just put him in a fucking cage with a gorilla ex-cop that was known for murdering people. That was twice his size. And then, he had a suicide attempt. But you're going to do the same thing with Maxwell in a women's prison? Like, you're going to put her... Like, I don't know.
I think there should be like we should have like a petition started to like get it so that we have, even if she's incarcerated, that we get video footage of her 24/7 video footage coverage.
I want to see her take a shit.
But you know what that would mean, though? You know what would happen is then the video would go down for maintenance, and then she'd be dead when they finally fix the video. That's what happens
every time. I don't know, man. It's fucking.
So we need 2 cameras then.
Yeah, we need, dude. I think we should I think it's fair in a situation like this. As a country, we should be allowed to be like, yeah, we get that. You guys are in charge of shit, but we want her publicly. We want her in a prison, like in a zoo. Like we want her to be put in a place where we can see her and make sure you guys aren't, fucking around with her. I think that's a totally.
Can we still throw tomatoes at her?
Yeah.
Well,
of course we can throw tomatoes at her.
That was never a question. They sell them at the zoo. But that, my thing is if the FBI is being honest, which I fucking doubt, because
that's what I'm saying.
They're the ones that were covering up the story forever. If they're being honest and they want her to cooperate with the Department of Justice, I'm hoping that they don't put her in a fucking prison and they put her in Whitpro, where 2 people know where the fuck she is, and that's it.
Which means, and then this chick.
I mean, she's been safe in a known location in New Hampshire for this long. Her family is so much more connected than Epstein. That's why I say, that's again, like a broken record. I will say it's not the Epstein sex ring. It's just the fucking sex ring. It's the cabal.
Put her on house arrest with 4 fucking bracelets, 1 on each arm and 1 on each leg.
I think
she's gonna Patrick Star out the window. Just
isn't that weird that you think someone in that power would obviously know if they were going to be targeted, if they were going to be sought after, or if they were being watched or followed? Like someone with that amount of money, I don't think you could be that ignorant and be that smart. She's ran stuff, she's been in charge of operations, not just with the island, but even before that, when I was reading about her, she's a smart person. I don't see her being someone who would just take things so lackadaisical without knowing that she's going to be safe. You know what I mean?
I just think that they fucking
it just all, to me, it seems like a plant. She was just chilling at her fucking house and they found her and it feels like it's a plan.
What if it's not even Ghislaine that they found?
It was Yolane. Damn it, we got the wrong guy.
What if it was a body double or something?
We got Yolane. What are you talking about? This isn't even a chick. This is some old guy who looks like a homeless person.
She's a man, baby.
This ain't no woman. She's a man, baby. Do I make you horny?
The worst thing, though, is... I just keep coming back to the idea of, our relationship with Great Britain. And so, at worst, she testifies and throws throws Prince Andrew under the bus, and
Oh yeah.
the FBI attempts to detain him, breaking our relationship with Great Britain, or she dies in prison like Epstein did because of bad
Security?
yeah. I don't even know how to describe how he died. Yeah, but either that or she dies to the same way Epstein did, and we let a person that is closely connected to the royal family die.
Yeah, dude.
And
Saw fucking. Have you seen the pictures of her and Kevin Spacey and fucking the Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh's chairs? I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. Well, fucking Spacey was out at Epstein's Island, and then he's had multiple, like, Kevin Spacey's. I can't believe he's not in jail. Like,
Yeah. What happened? Like, we get all these allegations. Like, what?
A dude literally actively said, I was molested when I was a 13-year-old child actor by Kevin Spacey. Has the proof. Kevin Spacey apologizes for it, and still a free man.
Jesus Christ!
What, like, dude?
There's
That's how
statute-
deep
is-
this shit
Is
runs,
there a
man.
statute of limitations on rape?
I think like probably 25 years or something.
I don't know. I have no clue.
I wouldn't know off the top of my head, but I assume
It's so weird. That's the world we fucking live in. That it's like people can just.
But this wasn't 25 years ago that Kevin Spacey did it. This is like 5 years ago. The guy's like 21 when he made the
Oh damn!
claim. And Kevin Spacey's like, "I'm sorry, I did that to you." And there were like four other. He literally got killed off of his hit TV show because they're like, "Well, we can't have you on here anymore."
Mm-hmm.
Was that when he was doing
House of Cards.
House of Cards.
Yeah.
Always wanted. Anyone else watch that a lot?
I watched the first
never seen
3
it.
seasons, but
Oh,
then
really?
I kind of stopped giving a fuck. After like the third time that they just like blatantly killed someone in public in a way that even Cousin Lenny wouldn't let happen, I was like, nah. If Cousin Lenny wouldn't let it happen, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
Like there's one where like he throws this mistress of his in front of a subway car, and
Damn.
they like see him leaving or some shit, and it's like, no.
What if he jumped?
he throws a chick in front of a.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I need to watch that scene. That sounds wild as fuck.
Who the fuck is it? It's she's super hot. I can't remember her name. She looks like she could be Alexandria Daddaro's younger sister.
I have no clue who that is.
Betty White.
Yeah.
Just kidding. You said super hot. I mean, there's a lot of things I do with that girl's wrinkles.
Yeah, I guess I don't have a whole lot left to go on.
I think this is going to be continued. There's no way. I mean, we have to. It's just being people of the news.
Yeah.
I don't like to think
Unfortunately.
about. I don't like to think about being like that. But I mean, shit. If something crazy is fucking happening, we are covering it first. All right. Like fuck. And there is no bullshit. Okay. Don't go to Fox. Don't go to CNN.
We're gonna drink. We're gonna swear. We're gonna get
Right.
high.
Yeah.
That's our
Betty.
show. That's our motto.
Mhm.
But dude, if something doesn't happen again, I'm gonna officially lose my marbles.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all have officially made me lose my marbles. That needs
Apparently, this bitch is supposed to be taking the stand on Friday.
We'll see what happens.
dude. I just
I guarantee you that she dies on either Wednesday or Thursday.
But think about either way, though. Either way, what I think is, I think there's so either way, it's a win-win because if she dies, everyone is already expecting that people are not watching them correctly and that there's a problem in the system. You find out there's a problem in the system if she dies because everyone is very well aware.
What happened?
Because Epstein was,
yes.
Epstein kind of had people making jokes about him killing himself first, but like very low key.
Right. She's not gonna do it too, you know.
And like, well, she's gonna. I mean, if she dies, people realize there's a problem in the system. She talks, we get more leads to go off on. Like,
right.
It's insane. And we've only had the story of Epstein. So if you think about us getting anyone else, like if we can get anyone else, and even from their perspective, you know, like of what else has happened, because she might get off on just giving names
Right.
But we could have, with those names, they might have different stories and names to give too, and
or they might die too.
Well, they could, but they definitely don't.
Kevin Spacey's probably going to be off tier soon.
I mean, they don't have as much power as her. I don't believe so. I mean, I don't know how much money Will Smith has, but it's probably a lot, but probably not as much as her, right?
All that Fresh Prince money, dude.
Exactly.
That shit was spent.
That I Am Legend money.
Damn.
All right, boys. Well, yeah, let's close her out here, I guess.
Hey, Pass Carrington, thank you. We appreciate it. Thanks for taking a shot with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, guys and gals and astral beings.
Ooh.
All of you 72.
I identify as a starfish.
So, yeah, thanks again for joining us for another episode of the Who Really Knows podcast, where we ask the questions, but at the end of the day, who really knows? As always, I'm your host, AJ, here with my good friends Dylan and Michael.
Woo woo!
Hey, we've been great friends for a very long time, and we're trying to bring the conversations that we have to you guys. And so, if you like the conversations, follow us on Twitter at WRKPod, on Instagram at WRKPodcast, and head up to the Patreon page, patreon.com/WRKPod. And yeah, we'll shout you out. You want to be like McCheese, our boy McCheese?
Our boy McCheese.
We love that guy. We love him so much. But yeah, you wanna be a part of the gang? Just hit up that Patreon page, and yeah, I don't know. You can visit our website, www.wrkpodcast.com.
Check us out on YouTube if you aren't. We do it live on Mondays. Try to do it at the same times. Love talking to people.
In between 5:30 and 6:30, we typically start.
Hopefully,
it depends. We got some day jobs out here. You guys can take our day jobs away by enjoying the show to a point where we don't have to have the day jobs anymore.
I mean, we want, and it's not like we just want to be lazy and do this once a week. We want to do this maybe like fucking
4 or 5 times,
20 times a week. Maybe not that much, but
I want my day job to become my hobby.
Exactly. And ladies, gentlemen, and everyone else, thank you for enjoying another episode, and we will catch you next week with another juicy episode.